It's day 5 and so far no Squatch sightings. I'm gonna show you a few things real quick before we go to, we're going to the bridge. And it says not to tell people on the ship because it's what they do, as far as I know, for media, okay? So they don't do it for people who aren't in the media to go to the bridge. So don't be like, I want to go to the bridge, because if you're not in media, you're probably not going to go to the bridge. Yeah. So we're going to the bridge at 9, arrive by 8:50, right above us on deck 14. So that'll be fun. The bridge allows the use of cameras and smartphones for photography, but does not allow video recording. So just like last time on the Royal Princess we did the bridge tour, we cannot video in there, but we took pictures. So look for the pictures on Instagram, which is C_cruisers, and Facebook, which is Sea Cruisers. 2 words. That's what we're doing right now. It's very exciting. So our plan is, it's about 8:30 right now. We're going to go to the bridge tour, and then we're going to go to the International Cafe to get breakfast. And I wanted our coffee because it was delicious. And then at noon is lunch, which I'm so looking forward to. Soup, let me just say, soup. It's been the best. And you know me, when do I ever talk about soup? Then at 3 o'clock is tea time. I like a nice tea time, which if you guys watch our princess vlogs before, you'll know what they're like. It's also buy one, get one for $1 happy hour at the bar. 5:15 is dinner. And then we're going to bed early because it is the last night of the cruise. There's a balloon drop, but it's not until almost 12. And then I would get like 4 hours of sleep.
No way.
And I have to drive home in the morning. And Menard doesn't want to sleep, and I don't want her to sleep while I'm driving home.
I don't like sleeping on the way home because I like talking or music and stuff when I'm asleep. It's boring, even though I'm sleeping.
The balloon drop is really, really fun, though. Real quick, like I said, before we go, I have a few minutes. I'm going to show you a few things I've been meaning to show you guys, which are some things that you might want to know if you're cruising with Princess. We did get this disembarkation notice on the very first full day of the cruise, the second day, and I was like, what? It's because if you're going to do self-carry means you take your own luggage all by yourself. You don't put it in the hallway, that people don't take it off the ship. You take it off the ship yourself. You walk off with your luggage, and it's a lot faster, but it is work. Especially if you're going to do this, make sure you can pull your own suitcase all the way off the ship, through the terminal, and out.
It can be extremely challenging.
Yes, it can. But I think the point of doing this is, let me show you an example here. You are given, if you don't do self-carry, you're given tags, color-coded, number, whatever. And depending on what you get is when you get off the ship. So this is a schedule of all the different tags getting off the ship tomorrow morning. Okay, so I think we have like 17 groups going before us. And we, with Red 6, would get off, we're in the middle, at 8:35.
Oh my God.
And they start at 7:15. So yes, that's an hour and 25 minutes. 20 minutes? 35, 45, what is it, 15, 25? Yeah, that's an hour and 20 minutes of people clogging up in the terminal waiting to go through customs. So what happens is when you get in the terminal, it takes a while to wait in line to go through customs. Whereas if you were to self-carry, you walk through the terminal basically and walk through customs because there's nobody there yet accumulating. So we do the self-carry. So back to the note here, you have to register to self-carry on Princess, duh, I forgot, no later than noon on Wednesday, which was mid-cruise. The day we were in Costa Maya. Oops. So I didn't self-register to self-carry, so I got assigned to 6. But all I had to do is go to the customer service desk last night and say, I would like to do self-carry A15. And he gave me these. Express walk-off 1. There. You have to be able to carry your entire luggage off the ship. No assistance available, and you cannot return on board to collect luggage. So you have to take it all in one shot. And we are walk-off 1, which is Michelangelo Dining Room, Deck 5, midship, 7:15 a.m. And they almost always let you off early. Sometimes it's late, but a lot of times it's early. So we're going to be there 15 minutes early at least. I think that covers it, all my disembarkation stuff. Another thing that I told you guys to tell you about the whole entire cruise, our cruise, future cruise deposits. Now, every single cruise line gives you incentive for booking on board. They're all different. Here, you get a fully refundable deposit of only $100. You can earn up to $300 stateroom and onboard spending money. And you get 2 years to use it. So basically what it is you put down a $100 deposit right now on a cruise. Okay? And they give you credit. So if I was to book a balcony for next year, they give me a $100 onboard credit. So it's basically free. And you have 2 entire years to change that cruise around, you know, whatever. It says refundable? Huh, it's refundable. That's cool. So 2 years later, if you decide, oh, I didn't get to go on a cruise, guess what? You get your $100 back. So no loss there, except for your money just sitting somewhere else for 2 years. I booked a total of 5 Royal Caribbeans, which I've ended up putting off until I can no longer put off that easily because they have the refundable, non-refundable rates now. And at the end of 5 years, if I don't use them all, guess what? They're not refundable. I don't get anything back. That's $500 sitting there that I might not get back. And then this is the last day of the cruise. It has been absolutely perfect. Definitely in my top 5 of all cruises I've ever taken.
Yeah.
I was thinking that last night when I was trying to fall asleep. I mean, Norwegian Escape, my favorite ship.
My favorite. Axis Anchor is my favorite experience ever.
As far as experiences, my group cruise on the Norwegian Escape, our first Fathom cruise with the kids. Those are up there at the top experiences.
Yeah.
The Royal Princess last year, because it was special with Zarius and Minara going to those ruins that were very special.
So special.
It was. This is for our ship experience, not necessarily based on what we did or who was with us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like this ship experience has been amazing. This cruise.
Yeah.
So I would definitely put up there in the top 5 of my favorite cruise ships. Maybe even, well, Norwegian Escape. Can you think of one you like better than this one? Like the actual ship, not the experience of being with family.
The Empress.
The Empress is really nice. But if I had to pick this or the Empress, I would pick this one.
I would pick this one for sure.
Gosh, I think we'll put up there in my top 3. Because I even like this ship better than the Regal and the Royal.
I like it better than, which one did we go on?
You went on the Royal, which is
Yeah,
exactly
I like
the same
going
as
on
the
the
Regal.
Royal.
Pretty much. It's exactly the same except for a little smaller is what I think. And I'm fine with the size. This is still a big ship.
I think
it's very practical.
Very, very nice size.
Yes.
In my opinion.
It's not near as many people, not near as much congestion in elevators. Gosh, once you step up to that mega ship size, you're going to lose something.
Yeah.
Even though the food was great and service was still amazing on Regal and Royal, which is hard to believe for such a big ship. Mm-hmm. This ship is just, I like it better. Anyway, I highly recommend you guys try this. It's now in the top favorites. We have the Princess Patter. It says farewell and thanks until we sail again, which we will. It's really nice though. Yesterday when we left Cozumel, it says next port of call, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yay! Port Everglades. And I told you what was happening tonight. There's a show called Sweet Soul Music. And then, you know, at 10:45 is the balloon drop celebration. It starts usually around 11. They have a happy hour at night for drinks. They have happy hour in the afternoon for drinks. Lots of music and piano and stuff like that. At 10:30 in the Piazza is the Great Egg Drop Challenge.
What is that?
Join us for this egg-sighting event. Will your egg crack under the pressure? Deck 5 midship. So we're actually going to maybe be there having breakfast, so we could check that out. One more thing. Fort Lauderdale is testing out something new, which we saw coming onto the ship. So you download this app. It's a passport app, and it's official. It's called CPB Mobile Passport App. And we didn't do it because I forgot. And apparently you have to do it, you can't register within 4 hours of going through customs, so we can't do it tomorrow morning when we get internet. Port Everglades has launched the new U.S. Customs and Border Protection approved Mobile Passport Control, MPC, program for cruise ship travel. This is the first smartphone app authorized to expedite a traveler's entry process into the United States.
Wow.
CPB offers a special line for mobile passport in the debark area. I bet you there's not going to be that many people in it. It would be way faster. So you get to go through your own special customs line if you have registered on their app. This app allows U.S. and Canadian-born citizens with a passport disembarking a cruise ship to complete their customs declaration, that thing you always fill out the night before you get off the ship, using their smartphone device or their device. Currently only available for iOS and Android phones. Travelers and family can use the MPC app to provide their biographic information prior to speaking with an officer. The officer is then able to complete the identity verification and admissibility processing of arriving guests. You can only complete the app within 4 hours of debark time. And then they put prices down here for how much it costs for a taxi. Look, if you're taking a taxi to the Miami airport, it would be 40 minutes and $73. Wow. Flashback last year in the Royal. We're waiting right now to go back there, and we'll see you guys afterwards. So we just got done with the bridge tour. It's 9:47, so it took an hour. It was very nice. I liked it a lot. The second officer was very nice. We learned a lot of things, and we asked questions. Like I asked about, remember I told you guys in New York it was so foggy and the horn went off every 2 minutes?
It was so creepy.
He said, because they also do Canada and New England on this ship. He said there was a part there in the beginning of the run, which is when we went in early June. There's our table, grab it. That there was zero visibility and they had to blare their horn every 2 minutes. I was like, that's when we went. And yeah, they're good at what they're doing, you know, but I was a little nervous. So there's muffins and stuff. There's what did you want? A cinnamon donut. They don't have. They have a chocolate donut.
I'll try the glazed. What is that?
Just try one.
Is it just a glazed donut? I'll take one.
We'll try a brand muffin. That's all croissants cooking in the oven, and we got these from Menara. They don't have lunch till 11 a.m. I was kind of hoping they'd have lunch and breakfast options. But they do have like English muffins with egg and stuff on them. So breakfast was not a success. There's one other thing I didn't like on the ship. What was it? Dinner the other night. I mean, oh my God, that's not true. Dessert the other night, one night. The sushi, because it had ginger in it, which didn't have ginger in it last time. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna wait an hour. I think I'm gonna actually sit here and drink my coffee. I got my coffee, but it's supposed to be a mocha, and it does not have mocha in it at all. So they're giving me another one. I'm gonna show you the coffee choices on here, but we're just gonna read, talk, drink our water, and I'm gonna drink my coffee while we wait for lunch. Actually, I'm not even gonna really be having lunch because lunch is at noon, but I wanna get something of lunchiness. Like another one of those chili beef pies or something that was so good. Here's their menu, and if you guys have watched our other vlogs, you know that we always got the coffee card. There it is, premium coffee card, $31. And you get 15 different specialty drinks for $31. That's $2 a drink, basically. And I paid $7 just for my 2 lattes this week. And you get to keep it and use it on your next cruise if you don't lose it, like I did. But you can get everything on here. And there's your choices. And you can also get teas and smoothies. Okay, so back to the bridge tour. There was no videos allowed, but there was photos. All the photos you want. We learned a lot of cool things. Too many to relay. They gave us a guided tour, information packet. The bridge of the Crown Princess is manned 24 hours a day by 4 members of the ship's company. These are senior officers of the watch who have overall responsibility, and the captain's always on call. We saw the able seamen. They maintain a continuous lookout, and I was thinking to myself, gosh, that looks like a boring job. Besides having a wonderful view and being like a nice job to have, like saying I stand on the bridge of a cruise ship, I'm so lucky, I'm enjoying this beautiful view all day long. But in reality, that's all they do. They stand in front of the window. So there's the control panel. Let me show you all my pictures here. So here's the second officer, the one who did the tour right here. This is the control panel, and you can see in front of the control panel against the window, there's the seaman, the able seaman.
What?
Able seaman, right there. There's 2 of them, one here and one over here, and they just stand there and look out. They're lookouts. They look out for things. For a person in the water, like, hello.
Yeah, there's gonna be someone in the water saying hello.
But that's what they do. And they do that the whole shift. And I think the ships, he said, run 4 hours. But here's the right wing, the starboard wing, and there was this little fuzzy, it was real fur, I think, maybe in real llama fur, but it's not bad, Minar, because I think it's like sheep wool.
Yeah, hopefully.
That they were looking out the window, him and a little penguin named Juan. Is that the name of everybody? And the other day told his name was Juan.
Yeah, it had a little ship name tag on it.
Yeah, it said Juan. And they turned them around and they came in to take our photo. They were waiting for us when we got there. And a man asked in the tour, there's only 6 of us all together, 3 couples, me, Minara, and then 2 other couples. He says, where do we get those pictures from? And I was thinking from the photo gallery. They're just to buy. And the second officer, he says, no, you guys are special. He says, you'll get your photo.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna have to buy it. And I was like, whoa, because we took it there. He said, the photographer says, let's take the photo in front of the window with the llama and the penguin. And then we walked over there and everybody else was just kind of like, but I like to do fun things, different. So we walked over there and he's like, and you can pick him up and hold him. And I was like, okay. So I gave Minar the penguin and I held the llama. And then we had our pictures taken. So I hope we get them and I will show them to you guys. Everybody else, well, someone else, they stood by, I think one person held the penguin, but they didn't touch the llama. He was the cutest thing of all.
Yeah, so Amy took the, I'm joking.
So there they are. There, like I said, that's the bridge. It has its wings on both sides, which you can see from the balcony. See? well, gosh, there they are up close. There's Juan, see? Juan, bride penguin, it says that.
What?
It says Juan is a bride penguin from Argentina.
Oh my god, that is the cutest thing.
They got it from Argentina. Isn't that cute? And he didn't have a name tag.
So cute.
This is in the corner wing there. It's where they have, these are the thrusters and stuff, right?
Where?
That's what that was. In that corner there where he was at. He was telling us all about how they all work. Yeah, I took a few pictures. I didn't know what would come out well or not. So here's a view from the right wing into the main bridge area, which is here. And here is a view of the ship from the wing. I don't like the layered balconies at all because first of all, if you're in a layered balcony, the people above you are going to see right into your entire balcony. Second of all, I like to sit out there with my pajamas on and stuff, okay? Second of all, not only that, but if this is you right here, and you're looking out your balcony to look down to see the water, guess what? You're just going to see these people's balcony. Did you think of that, Manara?
Oh my god.
Not only privacy, but look at that man. What is he looking at? He's looking at a balcony. When I'm in a balcony, this is like an obstructed view, basically. I like to look, even these people up here, they look down. You know, my least favorite, I think, positional balconies are princesses. I like to look down, straight down and see the water, personally. That's what I like to see. Anyway, so that's a view from the wing right there of the side of the ship, which I think is really pretty. There's the dude again. There we are taking a picture of ourselves in the bridge with the front of the ship there. There's Manara leaning against the window in the bridge. There's a picture of the front of the ship. It's just beautiful up there. They have shades on the windows and giant windshield wipers. Okay, guys, look at this. This right here is the ship's wheel. Not like you imagine they have in the movies like Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff. There's no big wheel, that's it. That is it. See the in size to him right there? This is the little ship wheel. He said it's smaller than your car steering wheel.
It is.
But they don't use this to steer really. They have little controllers up front. They use like joysticks, right?
Yeah.
Look, there's the binoculars. Showed us this control panel where he said if you're taking a really hot shower, it could set off the smoke alarm. And then you have to call down and be like, this is the bridge. Is there a fire in your room? And you have to say no. This is the very center of the ship. This is the officer that was sitting at the seat, you know. And there's one of the able seamen right there standing in front of the window. There's our picture we took with the officers right there. It's funny though because I saw this and I thought, well, that's weird. We look like we're with each person spaced out. I look like I'm leaning away from him. I don't know why. I didn't want to get into space. And Manara looks like she's kind of leaning into him. They look like a couple, don't they?
Why?
Because it's true. That's a funny picture. I don't really like that picture, but whatever.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, and now here we are at the coffee bar. And the bridge tour was really cool. It's really hard to see these pictures on here, but it shows you the steering wheel, electronic charts, public address system, propulsion electric motor. I learned that we're really deep right now because he has this screen that shows you stuff that's happening underneath. And there was nothing on it, he said, because it was so deep. Where he said yesterday, tell me what he said about Mexico.
I don't remember. Wait, was it 250 meters or something?
No, but I meant how it's really shallow.
Wait, what? There's a lot of studies about Mexico, how it dropped
No,
off.
but what is it related to the museum that we did?
Oh yeah. They were leaving Mexico, and the water was just like, you know, kind of normally.
Really shallow.
And then it just drops off, like completely drops off, like we saw in the museum.
Drops off, like
so
a shelf.
Creepy.
Yeah.
I love that.
People were asking questions about waves. I asked a question. Oh, Manara asked a question. Tell him your question.
I wanted to know, because the ships are, you know, going so fast, they're so big, I wanted to know if, for some reason, which they never would probably have to, how long it would take to just completely stop the ship.
Come to a complete
like,
stop.
Yeah, in the middle of the ocean.
At full power,
yeah,
which is 26 miles an hour.
I think he said 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So if we were going full power, which equals out to 26 miles per hour, it would take 5 minutes to come to complete stop. And he says there's not usually really that big of waves here. You ever be on a cruise ship and it shudders, like everything rattles like like that? You're just hitting a wave the wrong way. That happened as soon as we got on deck. He said Australia and the Antarctic have really, really, really random big wild waves, if you will. So this kind of makes me nervous. If you go to Australia, he says be prepared for some waves. Random, wild, unexpected waves. She said the lady there was from Tasmania, and she said that the waves there, one Christmas, woo. And then someone asked him, they said transatlantic. Okay, first of all, they were asking about what do you do when there's a storm. They said they can see it, and so they go around it. He said one time on the way to Hawaii, they had to go, what was it, 250 miles the wrong direction. 150? Anyway, 100 or 200 miles the wrong direction to go around the, whatever it was. I think it was just winds. One day in Halifax, they were supposed to leave and go to another port, and the winds were really bad out there, so they actually stayed the night at Halifax and didn't go to that port. He said when you're so the guy says, well, what do you do when you're crossing the transatlantic and you only have basically kind of one way to go and you're right out there in the middle of the elements because you're at sea for 5-6 days in a row. He says there's not really much you can do, you know, but there's usually not issues, and if there was, they would reduce speed pertaining to regulations to make it more safe or adjust speed to go faster if they weren't going fast enough, then try to get around it. But it was very interesting. I liked it a lot, a real lot, and I love the ship. Just want to say that again.